I used to think love was a house, built with laughter, mornings that smelled like coffee, and the sound of Dixon humming off key in the shower. For 35 years, we built that house, brick by brick, memory by memory. It wasn't perfect, no house ever is, but it was ours. When Dixon died, the silence that followed was deafening. Not just the absence of his voice, but the absence of everything that made sense. People say grief comes in waves. Mine came like a storm that refused to leave. Mary and Martha, my twin daughters, they were my heartbeat. I'd raised them to be strong, independent, to chase dreams. But I never imagined those dreams would chase me into despair. The day after the funeral, they moved fast, too fast. They said they wanted to take care of things, I shouldn't worry. They handled paperwork, calls, lawyers, even smiled. And I should have known. The first betrayal never screams, it whispers. When they told me they'd sold the house, I didn't understand at first. Our family home? I asked, voice trembling. Mary smiled, touching my shoulder. Mama, it's just a building. You shouldn't be burdened with upkeep and taxes now. You'll thank us later. I didn't thank them. I couldn't. They'd sold more than wood and walls. They'd sold the very place that held Dixon's laughter, his dreams, my life. Then they moved me into a single room at the edge of town. Dimension, musty, no porch, no warmth. Just echoes of memories too large for this small space. I lay awake at night replaying conversations, wondering how my daughters, my own flesh and blood, could take everything from me. But I stayed quiet because sometimes silence is power. They thought they'd won. They thought their old, broken mother had nothing left. But Dixon had secrets, good secrets. He trusted one man above all, Billy Anderson, our family lawyer, our friend. When Billy came to visit one afternoon, I expected condolences. Instead, he brought revelation. Natasha, he said, Dixon loved you more than life itself. And he made sure you'd never be left without choices. I frowned. What do you mean? Billy pulled out a sealed envelope. My hands shook as I opened it. Inside, property deeds, 4 of them, all in my name. Dixon transferred these before he passed, Billy said. He wanted to protect you from anyone who might not have your best interests at heart. I couldn't breathe. The weight of it, the love, the foresight, the irony nearly broke me. While my daughters were spending our life savings in Santorini, their father had already built a quiet fortress around me. That night, I prayed, not for revenge, but for strength. Strength to carry the dignity my husband left me with. The twins' social media flooded with pictures of white rooftops, champagne, smiles too perfect for real life. Mary captioned, "New beginnings deserve luxury." Martha wrote, "When you let go of the past, you embrace the future." And there I was, in a small room, lamp flickering, my future reduced to 4 walls and a creaking ceiling. But I didn't envy them. I pitied them. Because I knew something they didn't. Peace doesn't live in marble villas. With Billy's help, I rented a small office downtown, officially a consulting business, really rediscovering myself. The properties Dixon left behind, apartment complexes, a beach rental, began generating income, slowly, steadily. Meanwhile, my daughters learned that not every man who smiles at your bank account smiles at your heart. Martha's husband, Julian, charming, sweet, but he convinced her to invest in a restaurant venture. The money disappeared. Mary's husband, Kenneth, affectionate until the money ran out, then gone. Silence. And that's when the twins' dream began to rot from the inside. They called me, together, months later. "Mama, we need to come home," Mary said, voice trembling. "Home?" I asked, calm, firm. "Which one? The one you sold, or the one you left me in?" Silence. Heavy. Guilt breathing through the line. Martha began to cry. "We were wrong, Mama. We thought we were doing the right thing. We didn't mean—" I stopped her gently. No one ever means to hurt until they do. I didn't hang up. I didn't yell. I simply said, "Come home if you must. But don't expect the same walls waiting for you." The twins returned, humbled, suitcases heavy with shame, arrogance gone. "Mama, we don't expect forgiveness," Martha whispered. Forgiveness didn't come easy, but bitterness wasn't an inheritance I wanted to pass down. I chose silence again. Billy came by. "They're back, huh?" he said, sipping tea. "Yes," I replied. "And the house they sold may be gone, but the woman they thought they destroyed is alive." We began working on something Dixon had once shared, a foundation for widows and single mothers. Ashes and Grace Foundation, I called it. Local women came, broken, brave, telling stories that reminded me pain connects us more deeply than comfort ever could. Months later, the mayor called to honor the foundation, Women Who Rebuilt. I almost said no, but Billy insisted, "Natasha, you've inspired more than you realize." The night of the event, hall glowing with light, flowers, laughter, I saw Mary and Martha in the crowd, humbled, grounded, working, volunteering, finding purpose beyond money. I walked to the podium. No paper, just truth. A home isn't just walls and windows. It's love and lessons and the people who build it, even when they break it. I lost my husband. I lost my house. But I didn't lose myself. Because what Dixon and I built wasn't made of wood. It was made of faith.